everybody. I'm Madame Sensei. I teach Spanish, French, and Japanese to high schoolers out here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. You've probably heard my spiel a million times. I love to collaborate with people. So if you want to collaborate with me as I think my way through the Harvard Project Zero thinking routines, I can be located at studio-nemo.com. Ping me on the Minecraft Education Ambassadors, or hey, even in the Minecraft Teachers Lounge, or on the Duolingo Educators Network. So today we're looking at step in, step out, step back. This is in introducing and exploring ideas. And again, the thinking routines are located here. Link is in the description. This is a popular one. It's not only here in introducing and exploring ideas, but it's also in perspective taking, also in considering controversies, dilemmas, and perspectives, and also in global thinking. They use it a lot. Step in, step out, step back. A routine for nurturing a disposition to take social, cultural perspective responsibly. I like to use a story that we're reading. So first, the students write a sentence empathizing with the characters. And I really think that empathy is a skill that has to be explicitly taught, especially in this day and age. So I have the students describe what the character is feeling. And then the step out part can be a prediction, or better yet, a statement of what they'd like to see happen, or even a statement about what information the student needs so that they're able to make a prediction. And again, always have a word bank. The step back part is usually, how are you the same? And so we work on verb forms like parece or sembler and paraître, or whatever we need to work on. And then we can say, how are you different? So get the students to make those comparisons. With this thinking routine especially, encourage your students to change their minds. They're completely allowed to backtrack, to reevaluate again. That's what the thinking routine is for. So if you're teaching grammar explicitly, you got pop-up grammar, grammar translation method, audio-lingual method, and you're looking at transformation drills, you're doing the community language learning, and you're dissecting a script your class wrote, or you're working straight out of your textbook, and you're like, how can this thinking routine support me when I'm doing that? The student's going to need to be able to describe the situation or the emotions of the character, okay? So they're going to need the, because I see, blank, 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 I think that, because I know, blah, 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 I think that. Those are good sentence frames to have. We're both, we're not both. And I just told you words for the same, or it seems like, doesn't seem like, any of those words. You can have the students really work on comparatives with this. He seems more blank than I, he seems less than I, he seems whatever comparative you need to make. Japanese students are going to have to learn that gateimasu, or so desu, or rashi desu, because those things are important in the Japanese language. You don't ever presume to understand what somebody else is thinking. So, but those are easy constructions. So that's easy to teach your students that. And this is kind of a fun way to apply it. When you're teaching literature, culture, history, or art, or you're looking at a recipe or a song, I need to add those two there. I love to start my class with comic books. I love to read comic books. And also there are a lot of pictures there to support the students, the scaffolding. My French 2 students are really good at applying this to Tintin. They love Tintin. But for my Japanese students, there's 100 million manga out there. But I also like to do it with ukiyo-e. Okay, so I show them a couple of ukiyo-e, and then I try to get them in the mind frame of Commodore Perry sailing in with his black ships, forcing Japan open, and then the mind frame of the people standing on shore watching those black ships come rolling in, so that they can get both sides of the picture. There are emotions all over the place here. This was a very tumultuous period of Japanese history. Because learning how to change your mind is really important to this thinking routine, I make sure that I'm figuratively putting the students on Perry's ship as well as on the shore, watching the ships come in. This is really important. And a lot of times, the students are going to say, well, but we wouldn't do it that way nowadays. We'd do it differently. Yeah, we would do it differently. We learned a lot of lessons, both sides, okay? But getting the students into the time machine is super fun. And it's really good for stretching those empathy muscles, okay? Getting the students to see things were different back then, and people thought differently back then, and there's no good or bad, evil or good inherent in any of it. It's just the way the people thought back then. We know better now, or we know differently now. So getting them to like, it's like a time machine, and that's really cool. That's fun to do. Sometimes I decorate the door for the day so the students know that when they step over the threshold, they're in a time machine. I probably started this because in graduate school we read the diary of Murasaki Shikibu, and this was like 1,000 years ago, and I felt like, oh my gosh, this is so cool that I know what this woman was thinking 1,000 years ago. That was just so amazing to me. But this thinking routine, I digress so many times. Okay, this thinking routine includes a long paragraph on what global competence is. You don't have to read it because we in the World Language Department know all about global competence. This is our wheelhouse. We are so great at it. In our next episode, we're going to talk about the explanation game. This one's kind of fun. They're all kind of fun. All right, I hope to see you there.